Dear students, welcome to the math session. And today we are going to start the topic of Algebra, which is Unit 2 on page 55. In the session today, we are going to discuss some basic concept which you are already familiar with, but just to have your refresh your memories about these topics, we'll quickly go through them and then we'll proceed to the main part of the unit. Today we are going to cover about negative numbers. You know, the negative numbers are the numbers -1, -2, -3, so on and so forth. And these are very useful in basically representing some information. For example, if you are asked to represent a temperature of 3 degrees Celsius below zero. So it is very easy. You can represent this with a negative number, -3 degrees Celsius. Similarly, for example, 100 meters below sea level. So you can represent this one by -100 meters. You can think about a few more examples of using negative numbers in practical life. Then we will also look into directed numbers, and then we'll see how to add and subtract directed numbers, as well as how to multiply and divide directed numbers. So directed numbers, by definition, these are integers. The directed numbers, these are numbers or integers which can be positive or negative. That is, they are in either positive direction or negative direction. You can easily represent such numbers on a number line with 0 in the center of the line and positive number on the right side of the line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so on and so forth, and negative numbers on the other side of the 0, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, so on and so forth. So this is the basic way of representing directed numbers. Now, directed numbers, you can add and subtract these numbers easily. You are already familiar, as I have said earlier, that these are not something new for you. So adding and subtracting directed number. So for example, if we have two directed number and both numbers are positive, +3 and +5, for example. So clearly this is +3, and this positive and positive, basically it is a plus. So +3 +5, because there is a plus sign before the bracket, this one. So this sign will not change. So my +3 +5 is equal to +8. You can use a number line if you want to, +3, and then this is +3 and then another +5, and you will land on +8, right? So a number line is a useful way also if there are any confusions in working out with directed numbers. Similarly, if we have a negative number, for example, -7 add -3. So again, it is basically -7. And again, you can see that this is a positive sign before the bracket. So this sign will not change. So -7 -3. So both negative numbers, we have to add them. So 7 and 3 is 10, but both are negative. So it is a -10. Because both of these numbers, -7 and -3, are in the negative direction. So -7, for example, and then -3. So you will get -10, right? Similarly, we can have another example. If we have a +7 and add -3, so it is +7, -3. So one number is positive and the other is negative. So we can say that +7, if this is 6 and 7, for example. So from here, +7 in this direction, and -3 is in the opposite direction. So -3, 1, 2, 3. This is -3 in the backward direction. So our answer is +4. And you can see that 7 - 3, basically it is 4. So in order to subtract the directed number, we can use the similar approach. For example, if we have number plus 7 minus plus 5. Now plus 7, and you can see that here we have a negative sign before the bracket. So this negative sign, because of this negative sign, when you open the bracket, this sign will change, right? So you'll get plus 7 minus 5, and it is basically 7 minus 5, which is 2 with a positive sign, plus 2. So it is 7 in this direction and then 5 in this direction, and you will get a positive 2 if you use the number line. Similarly, if you have another set of number, for example, minus 8 minus 4. So minus 8, and again this negative will change this sign, so you'll get minus 8 plus 4. So it is minus 8, so you'll get, say for example, 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, negative 6, negative 7, negative 8, and here we have 0. So minus 8. From here, this is minus 8 and plus 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll go back 4 units. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is our answer. So our answer would be minus 4. We can see that basically it is a bigger number. So the sign of the bigger number is always used with your answer whenever you add or subtract the directed numbers. Okay, so hope this will clear your concept again, and I'm sure most of you are already now how to work with directed numbers, especially addition and subtraction. In the next session, in the next video lecture, I will discuss and explain multiplication and division of directed numbers, and this is also your task. This will be also your task for today.